Delivering judgment, Honorable Justice Geraldine Imadigbelu held that the woman Enubong Victor Isonguyo conspired with her pastor Prince Udoka Ukachukwu to murder her husband Victor Gabriel Isonguya, who was a deputy manager, engineering department of the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company (NPDC) Benin on 29 November 2013. The court noted that having killed her husband, the woman invited her pastor and they both took the corpse somewhere around Saple Road, Benin City, where it was burnt inside the man's personal vehicle. The court observed that the late NPDC deputy manager's son gave evidence to the effect that he heard when his father shouted, then heard footsteps, and his mother later told him that his father was sick and reacted to drugs, hence she was taking him to the hospital. Honorable Justice Imadigbelu faulted evidence of the pastor, who first said he sustained the burns on his hand from hot water while trying to make tea, but later opened up that he got the burns while setting the late man's vehicle ablaze. The court also heard that the police recovered the late man's official Passat car from the pastor, who said the woman gave him the car as gift to help her pray to find her missing husband, whereas he later said the late man gave him the car as a gift. It was the position of the court that the post-mortem report disclosed that the late man's heart region was pierced with a sharp object, which suggests he was murdered before being burnt in his car beyond recognition. On the whole, the court held that the DNA test before the court reveals that the pastor was 99% father of the pregnancy the woman was carrying, hence she conspired with the pastor to murder her husband, emphasizing that it was the pastor who led the police to the scene where the late man's body was burnt in his car. Honorable Justice Geraldine Imadigbelu accordingly convicted and sentenced Pastor Prince Udoka Ukachukwu and Enubong Victor Isonguya to death by hanging. The court sentenced a mechanic, Christopher Odiase, whom the pastor contracted to change the late man's official car to manual and documents to read his name. The sentence was 1 year in prison for conspiracy or a fine of 50,000 naira and 2 years in prison or a fine of 100,000 naira for forgery of the car documents. The court also sentenced a business center operator, Ame Osemechai, to 1 year imprisonment for conspiracy or a fine of 50,000 naira and 2 years in prison for forgery or a fine of 100,000 naira.
So we just thank God that the case has finally come to an end.
No matter what they do, they cannot bring my brothers back. But I'm really happy for the judgment.
We give God the glory that finally we got judgments.
Ken Osaitinfi, EBS TV News.